was just planning on having a fun, exciting day. I never thought I would end up in the hospital. So it was an early Wednesday morning that I decided that me and my friend Derek, we were actually going to go longboarding. It was something that I'd done most of my life. Not necessarily longboarding, but I used to skateboard a lot when I was a kid. And I was like, well, I have a longboard and we're in Babson Park. There's enough hills around here to have some fun. So he was actually an avid longboard dude. He used to love going longboarding all the time. And there's a hill actually fairly close to the school that I went down, which is actually where the injury ending up in the hospital landed.
A lot of people don't realize the difference between a skateboard and a longboard. Skateboards are smaller, which are usually rode at a skate park, and they usually do tricks at a skate park, where longboards are usually rode on open roads so they can cruise and just have fun riding. But when they're riding a longboard on open roads, they're more likely to get hit by a car, hit a stop sign, hit a median, and they have an increased injury risk compared to a skateboard. Longboards may also increase their speed by going downhill or go really fast because it's used for cruising, and they're less likely to wear a helmet like skateboarders do at a skate park.
Earlier in the day, me and Derek had found a couple of smaller roads to go down and ended up really well. Nothing happened. No one got hurt, anything like that. And then we started driving around looking for a bigger hill, obviously, because the small hills are just never enough. You gotta have a lot of fun. Really gotta push the boundaries. So we finally found this road. It's called Hollister. And it's a fairly steep road, no doubt about it. It's safe to say I got up at least over 20 miles an hour. Me and Derek think probably closer to 25, maybe 30 miles an hour. So the first time we go, Derek, like I said, he's the avid longboard enthusiast. So he decided to try out the road before I did because, I'm not that great. So Derek goes down and he actually ends up bailing before the steepest part of the hill because he thought he was going too fast. I was like, well, shoot, okay, if he bailed, I don't even know if I want to try. So I decided to give it a try, and I ended up making it past the part that Derek did fairly easy. Like, I didn't feel like I was catching any speed wobble, anything like that. So I get past the part Derek decided to bail on, and now I'm going down the steepest part of the hill. Neither of us had even tried this, either from a standstill or from a rolling start. And I was like, wow, I'm actually doing pretty good. Not bad. I finally catch speed wobble. For those of you that don't know, it's when the board starts wobbling under your feet from catching so much speed, and your weight distribution starts to shake, and that's what causes the board to wobble, and eventually you fall off the board. So I actually knew that there was a possibility that I could crash. So I decided to stay as close to the dirt and the grass as humanly possible. So if this is the grass, this is where I was riding the whole time. As the speed wobble happened, I knew I was going down, so I tried to make a jump for it, and I finally jumped. But literally the distance is 2 feet away from the dirt, and I went to jump, and I just didn't clear it. And then I went down. I tried to jump, hit the concrete, actually hit my head and shoulder and elbow all on the concrete, blacked out. I woke up on the ground and I asked Derek what the heck just happened, and he said, dude, you jumped off the board because you couldn't make it and you completely ate it. I was like, and then so I asked him what happened, and we started looking around, and if you can tell, there's a nice scar right here. That's where the deepest part of it was, which is about a 1/2 inch, and then the rest is just scarring. And then I actually have a scarring right there. And then there was scarring that day all on my face right here, but thankfully that's all healed up. So, long story short, it was not a fun day. It was up until I ate it, and then I didn't anticipate on necessarily ending up in the hospital like I did.